The sentencing hearing for the semi-truck driver in the Humboldt Broncos bus crash began today in Melfort, Saskatchewan. The crash last April killed 16 people and injured 13. Jaskirat Singh Sidhu of Calgary pleaded guilty earlier this month to all 29 counts of dangerous driving laid against him. Joining me now with more from the Melfort, Saskatchewan sentencing hearing is the CBC's Karen Pauls. Hey, Karen, thanks for being back with us. Really appreciate it. Help us understand how today ended up unfolding.
Well, you know, it started with that agreed statement of facts, which answered some of the questions people have been asking ever since the crash. We heard that the driver, Jaskirat Singh Sidhu, was not impaired, no drugs or alcohol on board when he went through that stop sign. He wasn't speeding, he wasn't distracted by his cell phone, he just lost attention and blew through that stop sign. We know what happened after that. The Crown read the names of the people who died in that crash and those who were injured, talking about some of their injuries. Here's some of what Crown Thomas Healy told us after court today.
We haven't seen a case like this in Canada. We believe it's one of its kind in Canada, one of a kind.
What makes this case so unique?
The number of victims and the factors involved in it.
And Karen, also the families of the 29 people who were killed or injured during the crash have started to tell their stories in the courtroom. What are you hearing?
You know, it is so emotional. Sometimes all you can hear is the hum of the lights and sobbing in the crowd. But one of the things that was really striking today was Connor Lucan's mom spoke directly to Mr. Sidhu, saying she has no forgiveness. She cries tears of anger every day. There's a hole in her soul and she will never get past this. She wanted him to know what his action meant in her life. We also heard from Scott Thomas, the father of Evan, one of the players, and he spoke to us after court where he had read a letter that he wrote directly to his son. Here's some of what he had to say.
And we struggled with it since right after the accident. Our daughter's bedroom is right beside his, and she has to walk right beside his door every night to go to bed, and we have to give our daughter every opportunity we can to have some normal adult life. And for us to get to that point and for her to get to that point, we just have to start over.
Now, families are saying that they understand that Mr. Sidhu's life has also been changed. Some of them are expressing some forgiveness and some understanding of that, but they also want to see changes. They want to see stricter training regimens for long-haul drivers like he is. They want to see seatbelts on buses. As you know, new coach buses have to have seatbelts as of 2020, and the Transport Minister has struck a committee looking at seatbelts on school buses. So these are some of the things they're looking for to make some sense, to try and find some meaning in all of this tragedy, Vashi.
I bet. So, Karen, what can we expect over the next 4 days?
Well, another day tomorrow, emotional day of more victim impact statements. 75 were submitted to the court, and we'll hear 65 read out. And then the Crown and the defense will give their recommendations for sentences. The judge will have to weigh the law and the magnitude of this tragedy. And, you know, no matter what she decides, people will be unhappy. So we'll have to see where things go. She may have an oral decision by the end of the week, or she may put that off until next week or the week after. But that will be some of what everybody will be watching here, Vashi.
All right. Thank you so much, Karen. The CBC's Karen Pauls for us in Saskatchewan.